Well, there were wonderful scenes at Club Menangle tonight with the outstanding ceremony to the Anzac spirit, and following that particular ceremony I caught up with Mr Ian Richard Evan, President of the Camden Rsl, and Len Carter, representing the Light Horse, in fact the commanding officer of the Light Horse Historical Society here at Menangle, to have a chat about the ceremony and their careers. Well, Ian Richard Evan, you must be very delighted about the wonderful presentation we just had here honouring our Anzac heroes.
Yes, we are, but it's a partnership that Menangle Paceway and Camden Rsl have been associated with over a period of years, and it is just, and also the history behind it, because this was the training ground for the first light horse before they went overseas in World War One. So we honour Bathsheba Day on the 31st of October every year, but we also do other things, including help to maintain the museum that we do have here, and it is one of the nicest associations that you could ever want, where the Club Menangle look after us and we look after them.
And the fact that we have so many visitors here at Club Menangle, not just for race days but also during the week, that always come and have a look at these beautiful memorials, must please you.
It pleases us a great deal, because without the museum there's nothing, people associate today history with pictures, with films, with newspaper clippings. A lot of people can say verbally, talk about their grandfathers or their own service record, but when you can actually see something and picture what it must have been like then to what our life is like now, it is a great reflection on people's perception of how they look at things. So the museum is a very big part, and the museum is still being built.
It's also more to your heart to the fact that you have served the country.
I have served. I'm a Vietnam veteran. I spent just over 12 months in 1970-71 in Vietnam, and on my return to Australia, I came out of the military, and I then ended up in a commercial career, and I'm semi-retired these days.
Also here with Len Carter, Commanding Officer of the Light Horse. You must be very proud of what you just witnessed and the involvement of the Light Horse.
Yes, I am. When I first joined the Camden Rsl, my experience in the Army was I didn't go to Vietnam. I got called up, but I had a bad accident, ended up in hospital a few years, so that put me out of the Vietnam War. But I was commissioned in the Army Cadets as a training officer of cadets, and I spent many years with the Camden Cadet Unit, which is attached to the Camden Rsl, and of course became a member of the Camden Rsl sub-range.
The fact that Club Menangle have paid such a wonderful tribute to the Light Horse by honouring it in such a way must be very pleasing.
Yes, it is. One of the greatest things we had was when I first met the first Bathsheba breakfast they held. I met Steve Wisby, and he told me his grandfather had been in Bathsheba in the Light Horse, and I mentioned to him that my father had been in the Light Horse, was too young, put his age up, but he wasn't allowed to go overseas. But he remained and trained here at Menangle. He became first a troop staff sergeant, and then he went up to the training corps, and he was promoted to a lieutenant by Brigadier General George MacArthur Onslow when he came back. And my dad remained with the 7th Light Regiment till 1928 when they presented with their Geon. And he then retired to get married, and subsequently I came along.
Well, gentlemen, it's been great meeting you. Thank you very much for being here tonight at Club Menangle, and also thank you very much for your service. I'll let you go because you've got the dawn service to get ready for. So thanks very much, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed.